All's well that ends well with Manchester United. A goal down, maybe panic stations, and then the boys at the front showed up, didn't they? Were you impressed by them today?
Listen, if you look at the scoreline, it's an impressive victory. 4-1 at home. You could say this is the type of scoreline that you expect from Manchester United at Old Trafford when they're playing against sides that they should beat. But if you look at the actual game itself, you know, 3 of the 4 goals are down to pressure from the front three as opposed to just out and out, you know, interaction between the 3 of them. You know, the first one is, for me, an absolute disaster from the goalkeeper. There's no question. It's a shot on target from Martial, goalkeeper, absolute howler. But then, of course, you've got Greenwood. It's an incredible strike from 25 yards. But again, it's a giveaway because of the pressure they put on. Then you look at the 4th goal, exactly the same thing. It's pressure from the front 3, and eventually Martial gets his 2nd. So, you know, if you're talking about an open play, Rashford's really is the one goal in open play.
When he came on, Paul Pogba at halftime, the game's already won. But when you see Martial, when you see Rashford, when you see Greenwood, and then Pogba coming on as well, if you're a Man United fan, is the future bright right now?
It's a bit of ability there.
Indeed.
I mean, let's be honest. Greenwood, no question, is one for the future. Martial has to get more consistent. We know what he's capable of. He just doesn't show it often enough. Rashford, for me, is a world-class centre-forward, or certainly a world-class front-three player. And Paul Pogba, once he's fit, no question, he'll be a driving force at United. So, listen, going forward, they've got all the capabilities of hurting anybody, and I mean anybody, that faces them.
I love the excitement around Mason Greenwood. However, just curtail the excitement because you played, or David Fairclough at Liverpool was coming to the end of his Liverpool career when you joined there. He was known as a super sub. Is Greenwood right now better off the bench, or is he being used perfectly? Once or twice you'll get a start, and then other times you're coming off the bench.
Listen, this is up to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He started him today, and he gave him a goal. He's given Ole a goal. So now, in Ole's brain, it's, well, you know, if this kid can do this, if I play him more, there's a good chance he does more of this. So this is the conundrum that you have with a young, talented player. Do you start him all the time and then maybe you wear him out a little bit? Or do you try and be clever, bring him on for spells when, you know, actually the team might benefit from him starting? So that's the conundrum that Ole has.
You were a coach. Ole's playing this well, isn't he? Because as you say, you don't want to play. You would have had kids that you thought, this kid's amazing, but you got to be careful with them. Is he doing the right thing with Greenwood right now?
I would think so, yeah. I don't think Greenwood's ready to start week in, week out. I think, yes, no question, he's ready to start the odd game, but generally come on off the bench. And that seems to be what Ole's thinking. So I have no problem with what Ole's doing at all.
If you were Jesse Lingard, would you be worried right now? Because he's not getting among the goals when he plays, and other players are coming in and getting the job done.
Yes, I mean, I think Jesse Lingard should have been worried for a while now. For me, the last 12, 18 months, he's not produced for the side what he's supposed to. Yes, he has to do a filler role when they lose the ball in the middle of the park. But for me, his job is to get forward and help out and score more goals than he has, and certainly create more than he has. He hasn't been doing that, and absolutely, whenever everybody's fit, when Pogba's back, then for me, his is the place that's in the biggest jeopardy.
It's not a bad day for Man United, going a goal down and coming back to win and giving him a rest. He was substituted just after Rashford. They got nearly half an hour rest because the game's coming thick and fast. So a 4-1 win for Manchester United against Newcastle, and a belated Christmas present for Ole and his front 4.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.